Okay, you guys. I am seriously on this app, or I guess it's a dating app for a second life. Now I don't do well with these things and the first life, but I'm gonna go through these and see if they even have anybody that is my type on here. My first type is brown skinned men or black men. Dirk's cute, but Dirk's not my type, and I might not be Dirk's type either. So I mean, there's no insulting Dirk. Dirk's not unattractive. I'm not saying that, but Dirk isn't what I would typically look for in a real life person, much less a second life person. So what I'm gonna do is go through these and um yeah. But let me tell you about my dating experiences in SL. Oh boy, I already told you about my first dating experience when I had the baby and was pregnant from somebody, and it turns out that somebody was a actual girl who was being dishonest about who she was. She was not the person who I I thought she was. She was a bisexual female, which I don't have an issue with anybody's sexuality unless you're being a catfish. And you have to respect that the other person's sexuality might not match yours. If you're bisexual and I'm not bisexual, we don't match because I don't like women. So you can't be like, oh, she, how do I look at his profile? He's kind of cute. You can't just be like, oh, information. You can't just be like, oh, she discriminates or have an attitude because I don't like you as a woman because I'm not into women. That's the truth. I'm into the guys. So he's cute. I, didn't, I was catfish. My other experiences have been being on collars. Now, I don't mind being on a collar if the person who I'm on a collar for actually knows the real meaning of submission and domination, is not just doing it for something sexual, and is understanding of not trying to run game or do anything of that sort, like my pastimes have been. I'm not going to say any names, of course, but my first dom was just, I wouldn't even say he was a dom. He just thought it was something to do. So he wasn't doing it properly. He was jealous. He spied a lot. He just didn't know what he was doing. And I didn't mind submitting to him, but I just was like, I hope he figures this out because this isn't how this is supposed to be. And when you're in a dominant and submissive relationship, it does have to work for the both of you. It's not just about what the dom wants and what makes the dom satisfied. You do submit to him, but it's supposed to be a relationship, and anybody knows in a relationship, for it to work cohesively, people need to get the things that they need out of the relationship. Well, he wasn't capable of that. So my second dom, I feel like, was a user and a hustler, and he didn't really like me, and he was just trying to hustle me because what ended up happening was one of his other subs didn't really like me, and I kind of knew it. And she basically set me up for failure, and he was like, oh, you have to pay 10,000 L to be able to stay in the house. That's your punishment. And I paid the 10,000 L because it was $40. And I mean, granted, that's a lot to spend in SL, and Second Life it's a lot to spend. But I was like, okay, well, I'm playing a role. It's no big deal. I got it to spend. But I just feel like he knew he didn't like me. He knew she was setting me up for failure, and he just wanted to hustle me out of $40, basically. So I was like, If you like it, I love it. And what kills me at the time is he didn't care anything about my needs because my mother was dying at the time, and I was living in a remote town, and I didn't have any friends there, and the only real family I had was my dad, whose Alzheimer's was kicking in full force, and my sick mother. So SL was really a place for me where I could escape having to take care of my mom and try to bring my dad in, because people know that in the beginning of stages of Alzheimer's, and sometimes all throughout Alzheimer's, they can be combative, and he was in that stage. So I was like, I'm going through a lot. My mom has cancer, she's dying, and here you go, like trying to play me and use me when I really needed somebody to be like a real friend to me. And I didn't get that. So it was like, you made being a submissive horrible for me. You really did, because it was like, you know, you didn't like me, and you waited for me to fuck up because you know I didn't know how to be a submissive, and I had to learn. And you just were just like, he would give me things to read, like from the fucking internet, right? And I was supposed to learn how to be a sub that way. And I was like, what kind of bullshit is it? I mean, I said it to myself, but I was like thinking like, this is bullshit, and I don't know how long I'm gonna stay, even though I like this guy and I really care about him. But I don't know how long I'm gonna stay with a person that is just doesn't really seem like they're really interested in me. They're just interested in numbers. So that didn't work out. And I left SL not because of that, but right after that, my mom was getting real sick. So I had left SL, and I came back, and I was, I've been solo ever since. I don't think I've dated anybody since then on SL. So I'm just matching some people to see how it works out. See if they contact me, if they're interested, if they want to link up, and see about dating. So like I said, so far, LGBTQ friendly. I try to be kind to people. I'm a comic book artist and writer. Second Life is my passion. I own a sim. What else? Do I just not know how to use it, or am I supposed to scroll down, or... Okay, well, he's not my type anyway. Whether he's black or not, he's just not my type. But no, you look like you're trying to be a pretty boy on an app. Are you serious? But like, I just said I want to see what's out here, because I've been solo on SL for so long, and I would like to have somebody that I can spend some time with if I'm going to be on here for hours. And you guys may hear me say something to my real life Uber Eats driver. So if you do, just ignore that. Act like it didn't happen. I ordered some honey one-up prawns from my favorite Chinese restaurant. So it's coming, and yeah. But it's like, I wouldn't mind, having somebody, I can build with and connect with. So I'm looking at... Thank you. He didn't even like ring the bell. He just put my food on the mat, and I don't like my food on the mat. I want my food to be on in a just aggravating. I'll be right back. Excuse me. You're going to hear some brief seconds of silence. Alexa, disarm my ring alarm. I think it should be off. It should be off. Ow! That hurt. Okay, so I just knocked my mirror down. And I forgot, it doesn't mute on here. So you guys might be heard everything. Oops, excuse me, my bad. But, what was I saying? I just knocked my, beauty mirror down. That hurt. But, what was I saying? What was the last thing I said? But it's like, I just want to meet somebody who's on here, who's going to be on here and spends time on here. You don't have to be on here 24/7, of course, because, you know, I work in real life and I have other things that I do in real life. So I'm not always on here. But it would be awesome to have somebody to connect with while I'm on here that's like genuine. It's like, why is it so hard to be a real person? Like why is it hard to be like a real person? Like, I know we're avatars. I get it. Yeah, I get we're avatars. But at the same time, I still need you to be like, I don't know, a real person. I don't know how to make that make sense. Like, I don't need you to be like a douche. I guess that's the best thing to say. Just be a fucking real person. So I'm going to try this out. I'm going to see how this goes. I'm going to come back after I see how this goes. And I'm going to let you guys know how it went. And yeah. So far, not my type of guys, but I'll see. So, let me get out of here. If I can stop this. I've been having trouble with my mouse lately. Let me see if I can stop.